Thank you for having me speak today. It's great to be here. I'm coming to you remotely from DTS Soundspace in Los Angeles. DTS Soundspace is an intimate performance venue we've created together with our partner Entercom in the legendary K-Rock radio station in LA. In fact, the last time I was in this room, January 17th, I was standing right over here, and Coldplay was performing for about 100 radio fans that was broadcast live across the United States on Entercom's network of all digital HD radio channels, as well as their radio.com digital channels. The very next day, I get a call from China, our team over there. Turns out we have 4 team members that have gone back to Wuhan to be with their families for New Year's, so they're getting isolated due to a local pandemic. Well, as we all know now, that local pandemic became a global pandemic with unprecedented impact on our personal lives as well as our industry. These type of shocks creates behavioral changes that sometimes can seed innovation and shape industries for years to come. A comparable example is SARS. In 2003, that opened up Chinese consumers' mind as it relates to e-commerce and created giants such as Alibaba and Tencent. Now, how can we think about COVID-19 and what changes are we seeing today? How do people spend time? How do they spend their entertainment budget? What does these trends represent in terms of shifts? Are they temporary or more permanent? How can we think of some of those trends as catalysts to accelerate our innovation in audio and media? At Xperi, we are about enabling extraordinary experiences. We do that by making entertainment more entertaining and smart devices smarter. We invent, develop, and deliver technology solutions on consumer electronic devices and media platforms under the DTS, HD Radio, IMAX Enhanced, and TiVo brands. In any given week, we service 30 million pay TV households, 100 million smart TVs, and 70 million cars. What are we seeing and what can we learn from our user base? As people spend more time at home, they're also spending more of their dollars on home entertainment services and products. We're seeing explosive growth in streaming consumption, and we're seeing some interesting consumption patterns, as well as new trends that we believe can foster new audio innovation. On the consumption patterns, today, an average TiVo household has 6.9 digital services, and so far this year, consumption is up over 50%. Interesting fact is that local content still remains a priority for our audience. When we look at NBC, ABC, CBS, and Fox, which constitute the local programming in the United States, that still outperforms Netflix 3-1 in our households. So we're seeing this local content trend extending from the home into the car. In fact, we're seeing digital radio outperforming streaming services at a 2-to-1 ratio in the car. This is something that's been validated and confirmed by third-party research as recent as 2 months ago. Now, if you sit back and think about all this explosion in services, for the user, choice is now becoming chaos. So how do we help consumers navigate these entertainment silos without friction? We want to make it easy to find, engage, and enjoy the content that they love. On mobile, apps have become the common user interface. But just as searching through web browsers never really succeeded on mobile, we don't believe apps is positioned to succeed on TVs or cars. So what we like to do is leverage our extensive video and audio, music, metadata assets combined with innovation in machine learning to create a seamless content-first user interface. And in this, audio and voice particularly has a key role to play. We're seeing today that TiVo households that have voice-enabled search do 30 to 35 searches a month, which is tremendous compared to an average household who typically does 1 or 2 searches a month. So from what we're seeing, looking to the future and the user interface for entertainment in cars or on TVs, we believe voice and innovations around voice technology is a key enabler for it to become easy to find, engage, and enjoy with the content you love. So when we look at some of these new behaviors that we're seeing in context of audio innovation, the other thing that we're seeing is increased video conferencing in a home. We're doing this event in a video format. I think most of us today are working from home, connecting with colleagues and partners and customers via tools such as Zoom and Teams. But video conferencing has also become a vehicle to connect with family members, friends around weddings, anniversaries, birthdays. So what we're seeing is very interesting. TV manufacturers are now coming to us wanting to put cameras in TVs. This was something that was tried a couple years ago, but never succeeded because of concerns around privacy. Now, the need to be able to connect with family members remotely and using high-quality video conferencing in a way that's more comfortable than a laptop or a phone is creating demand for cameras and TVs. Again, this will foster new opportunities for audio. Clearly, as we touched on, voice would be critical, but also smart, intuitive noise reduction, as well as extending that using the camera for other tools, such as automatic sweet spot adaptation for immersive audio. If you think about immersive audio, adapting to the sweet spot is probably the key in order to deliver an awesome experience. And with a camera, we've already shown that we can adapt the sweet spot to the seating positions of the people watching the TV. And that can happen seamlessly with no real engagement from the user other than turning the TV on. Speaking about immersive audio, I'd also say that part of my personal experience dealing with COVID certainly reignited my passion for immersive audio. Being an avid soccer fan, I was watching the Premier League and very excited when they first started playing games again early in the spring. But when they first came out, the audio was just simply the audio from the field. And I have to say it was very disappointing. It was like watching a high school game. And even though you had world-class players, the experience was just not there. This quickly changed. Soon they realized that a higher level production and essentially creating a virtual audio and an immersive audio mix using virtual audio elements really brought the game to life. It shows to me that for a full entertainment experience, immersive audio is a critical component that brings the emotion of the game to the home. In closing, I hope you find some of this insight useful. Maybe it can inspire further robust data analysis that can identify meaningful new opportunities in audio and media. Collectively, I will encourage us to be brave. Look for areas where we can invest in new technology or new partnerships so that when we have a full recovery, we're collectively positioned for a new level of growth. Last but not least, let's stay safe, let's keep our team safe, and I hope to see you all in person soon. Thanks.